Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Always good when the portfolio starts going back up. I know it's been a long summer. Guys, but we've been talking about this building momentum and how we are seeing higher lows and higher highs, small gains, still down from 6 months ago. I get it, but we'll take it. We'll take it as a start. Again, we've been pointing to October, November, December for gains, and it's still September. But I'll take what I get now because it could make the gains that come later even better. So we're talking about price. Tom Crown was on Wednesday, and he mentioned RSI. I said, Chris, you got to look at the RSI, which I did. I mean, wasn't quite sure what he was talking about on the weekly, but I was looking at the daily today, and we've got an RSI breakout on the Dogecoin chart on the daily. So we're going to get to that. We're also going to talk about, of course, Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, also Trump. Yeah, Trump, not politics. We'll get into that in the AMA, which will come later. But crypto and the Trump stock today took off crazy. And of course, our beloved Dogecoin. But first, let me drop down in the corner, and I'm just going to jump right into all of the news, a little bit on the charts, and then we will get to the chat. So we're going to start right away with, of course, happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. End of the work week for many, like myself. And of course, for those that have not heard, this will be my last live stream for a little over a week because I'll be on vacation next week. That's right. Long overdue vacation. My last vacation was back in March, which some will say, hey, 2 vacations for a year, but I'll take it. I deserve it, right? I deserve it. So we're going to have a little break, go down to Orlando, Universal Studios, going to have fun. Of course, I'll be, keeping an eye on things, right? Because I can't help myself. Keeping an eye on things, but will not be making videos or doing live streams next week. So I may be able to squeeze in a video on Friday if things work out, but we'll see how that goes. Crypto fear and greed index is still fear. Bitcoin is still in the fear mode. It was extreme fear last week, but still fear because there's still this little uncertainty, right? Little uncertainty, like still September. We'll see how that goes. Overall, crypto bubbles are very green. We have the POL, which is formerly Matic. That's right. Polygon token is now fully trading. There's no more Matic. And people were buying today. For those that weren't sure how the migration worked or whatever that was, that is up. Of course, PopCat up and down, huge amounts. But we had other good gains. Here's Doge up about 4%, Pepe up 6%, Link up 6%. So overall, pretty green. There were some that already had gone on previous runs like Sui and Fetch and Tron, which little pullbacks. That's expected as well. So where are we? Look, crypto markets rally. Nice rally today, right? For the most part, MicroStrategy buys more Bitcoin. That's Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy. In the past month, they've spent over $1 billion. That's right, $1 billion from their coffers. Of course, they're doing all sorts of debt swaps and all kinds of things in order to get money to buy more Bitcoin, particularly with the price below 60K. Michael Saylor sees this as an opportunity for Bitcoin. And so they bought 18,300 more Bitcoin. 18,000 more Bitcoin for MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy. And MicroStrategy stock went up, I don't know, 8% today. So I own a little MicroStrategy stock in my stock portfolio. So that was nice to see that big gain right there for MicroStrategy. So post the stock split, MicroStrategy has been doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well. But here we have MicroStrategy goes on their biggest Bitcoin buying spree since 2021. Here we are in September of the halving year with all indications of the 4-year cycles pointing to up October, up November, up December, and like huge up February 2025. So why not? Why not accumulate more now? So that is what is going on with MicroStrategy and why the stocks were going up as well. MicroStrategy, big, but Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin went up, just touched 60,000 and then got rejected. Rejected at 60,000. So we can put on the Bitcoin chart a nice big resistance line at 60K because we just had it right there. We just had it right, a bounce off 60K. So we would like to see over the weekend Bitcoin trade up over 60K, come back and retest it as support and then move higher. That would be a huge bullish sign. So we will look for that. Meanwhile, Vivek says, you aren't bullish enough. You aren't bullish enough. Gold is at an all-time high. Bitcoin will make a new all-time high next. 100K is coming soon. But how about 200K or 300K or 335K? Why? Who knows? We don't know how Bitcoin's going to trade in the coming months. There are some who are predicting Bitcoin's going to drop still. So again, little fear still there. But there are many who are bullish as well. We do have on Monday night an announcement from the Trump family about World Liberty Financial. Like, what is this? Some kind of DeFi platform thing that they're building, similar to Aave, I guess. Aave-ish. We'll see. Are they going to have a stable coin? Are they going to have a token? What's all this about? Some are like really saying Trump should just stay away from really doing, he should just stick with NFTs and that was it. But the family, Don Jr., Eric, they want to be in. They want to be in. And against the banks, decentralized finance. So World Liberty Financial is kind of a weird name, I think. It's just like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. World. Okay, it's going to be worldwide. Liberty, like freedom. They could have come up with a better name than that. But that's what it is. Maybe they were just putting a bunch of names together and seeing like what domain names were available and they could get worldliberty.com or something like that, right? Who knows? But that's going to be the name. And Monday night, they're going to talk about it on X Spaces. Yes, on X Spaces. So we'll see what that is. But then today we also had this, which was the Trump Media and Technology Group stock called DJT. Big spike from 16 up over 18, touched 20 today. And that was because Donald Trump owns like 57% of all the stock, and there was going to be a big stock unlock. And he said this afternoon, I'm not selling. I'm not going to sell my stock. and the market responded. Of course, if you heard me last week, I bought DJT. Well, it was actually earlier this week, right? It was right after the debate, that the morning after pre-market, when the stock was diving down in the 15s, I bought some because I had sold my GameStop from last week, a lot of my GameStop. I'm completely out of it, but I sold a lot of it. And I just thought, yeah, why not? I'll buy some of this. And now I'm way up. In just a few days, I'm way up. It's like, that's how it goes, right? So it was a good stock day for me. Tesla was kind of even, but Trump and MicroStrategy were way up today. So stock portfolio is looking pretty good. Meanwhile, the SEC regrets any confusion from dubbing tokens as securities. So the SEC can say whatever they want, and then it's like, oh, I'll take it back. I didn't really mean to say that. But before you start saying, oh yeah, the SEC, they're probably all right, right? SEC, yeah, they're probably okay. They take it back. They're sorry. Oh, no. They do that, and then they hit Binance hard for operating illegally. Now claims these tokens as securities. So now they're saying, oh, those other ones, those weren't securities, right? We're sorry. Solana, Cardano, not securities. But these, and why they hit Binance, is kind of interesting. So Axie Infinity, Filecoin, Atom, Sandbox, and Decentraland. And why did they go after those? Again, Solana and Cardano, no longer securities, but why do they go after those? And why did they particularly go after Binance? Well, they claim that Binance's platforms were flooded with promotional material from token creators and promoters, making these tokens seem like great investment opportunities. You guys have probably seen it, right? On different exchanges in different places like Axie Infinity, like ads, promotional stuff. Typically with terms like you're going to make a lot of money kind of thing. That's bad. The SEC doesn't like that. So they're going after Binance. Is it just a money grab? Yeah, probably. But now we've got these other tokens, Axie, Filecoin, Atom, now being deemed by the SEC to be securities. In the end, I don't think it really means much, but it may matter for other exchanges who are trading these as well, or you can trade these on their exchanges, and they might be thinking, oh, I don't want the SEC to come after me too. So we've got that. SEC is not your friend. It's still not. We still want to get rid of Gary Gensler. Meanwhile, Bitcoin liquidations. Yes, they continue today, mostly on the short side. They took out a lot of big shorts. Remember, I was showing you on that heat map the other day, 58.8 was going to be a key level for Bitcoin to trade up to as the first step of taking out a lot of big short trades. And that happened today. Yes, that happened today. We had $48 million on Bitcoin, $24 million on ETH today on the shorts, and they were huge today. They were huge. By the time Bitcoin got up to 59,200, it took out one trade that was $14 million. One short trade liquidated. And then it went up to 59.7, took out a $7.3 million short trade. And then when ETH jumped over 2,400, there was a $9 million ETH trade. Again, it's about the liquidations. They're going to go hunting, which is why many think that the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin's going to dip down now and it's going to grab more long liquidations. Yes, there's probably new $1 million long trades at leverage, 2x, 5x, 10x, we don't know. And the exchanges and market makers are going to go sniping for some of those. So we could see a dip to try and grab those. So we'll be watching that as well. Not so much on the Doge side. We didn't see huge Doge liquidations. Total over the past 24 hours was $1.5 million. Got 974 on the short, 500 on the long for Doge. So that's what we had there. When Bitcoin breaks out, expect this from Dogecoin's price action. So what I've been talking about is, for the most part, Dogecoin is going to be following Bitcoin. We know when Bitcoin goes on a drop, when Dogecoin drops, it drops at a higher percentage. And we saw that all summer long. However, we are now at that turnaround. We're at that turnaround just exactly where we were a year ago. Same thing. We're at that turnaround where Dogecoin can now outperform Bitcoin. And we saw that on the Doge BTC trading pair, that is now going back up. And I showed that this morning on my video. That's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for Dogecoin to not only outperform Bitcoin through the rest of the year, but possibly even going on a huge spike because of Elon Musk, Donald Trump. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen? Which is why we've been accumulating, why there was a huge gift. Anything under 10 cents was a big gift. Anyone who bought in the 9s, even some of you got the upper 8s this summer. Sweet, sweet. And then some of you are still bears, and I still get the comments. Not as many, but I still get comments saying Doge is still going to drop back down to 7 cents or 6 cents or something crazy like that. And I'm like, you're not listening. You're not paying attention. Maybe you're just saying that because you want it to, because you want to buy some down at that price. And as I've been saying, it's not going to happen. So that's what we see going on. Credible Crypto says, when Bitcoin initially rips up out of this 5-month consolidation, the entire market will bounce. Is it only Bitcoin that's going to be leading that effort, though? Because what we typically see is another coin. Last fall, it was Solana. This fall, it could be Doge. We saw that in 2021 when the entire crypto market was actually going down in mid-April. Doge took off, though, with all of the hype around Elon and Saturday Night Live, all of that stuff, huge FOMO coming in. And then the whole crypto market turned around and followed Doge. So we could see that happen again. Dogecoin skyrockets 50% in volume as the Doge price pump stuns the crypto market. Woke up this morning and we were looking at Doge up twice as much as Bitcoin percentage-wise. And that was looking pretty good. It slowed down during the day. But so stunning the cryptocurrency market, not really, although there are still a lot of bears. And there's also some who just still won't believe. They won't believe what Dogecoin is going to do. Dogecoin's still a top 10 cryptocurrency. It's been this whole cycle. It won't go away. Doge is not going away. The Doge family continues to grow bigger and bigger and bigger as more people are seeing the opportunity for Dogecoin, buying in, joining the community. It's coming. It's coming. And when it's happening, we'll say it's happening, right? It's happening. Not quite yet, but we'll get there. Meanwhile, even the Motley Fool, yes, the Motley Fool can't help themselves. but say something good about Dogecoin. They know it gets them clicks too onto their website, which is really what they're looking for. Elon Musk spelled out his plan for what he called his Trump-appointed department, suggesting Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, as an acronym for his potential efforts in a Republican government. Yes, we covered this all week. This is big news. A lot of eyes on Doge, even though it's not Dogecoin specific, it's still continuing Elon's pattern over the past few years of just little winks and nods to the Dogecoin community. He hasn't forgotten about us. Maybe he just can't come out with all of his plans yet. I believe there's something there. Something huge is going to happen. And that's what this is all building towards. It's exciting. And here we are, mid-September, and we're looking at pretty decent price action right now. Now, could it possibly dip later in September? We'll see. We've got FOMC next week. I still think it's still going to be a 25 basis point cut. Showed that in the video this morning, if you saw that. But we'll see how that turns out as well. So the Motley Fool talks about Musk, Trump, Dogecoin up again, continued support from Elon Musk, Trump's World Liberty Project and what that could possibly be. So there's a lot going on. And now is the time for all of that building before October and up November and up December. It's happening now. Unfortunately, I'm going to be on vacation next week, so I will miss the Donald Trump or Trump family announcement about World Liberty Financial. Kind of interesting to see what that's about. And the FOMC on Wednesday, I'll miss that as well because I'm going to be on the Velocicoaster. As I was joking on Wednesday, I'll be on the Velocicoaster at the exact time Jerome Powell is talking about interest rate cuts. I'll probably be having a few of these as well. Cheers, everybody. It is Friday. I'll be enjoying myself next week. Hope you guys can survive a week without Kriss packs. I'll probably be posting on X. That's right. I do have, for those that don't follow me, I do have an @KrissPacks account right here on X. Today, we have received the signal. That was my post. Come join me there. I'll be posting some Universal Studios photos. We'll be there on X Twitter. So give me a follow. Give me a follow on X Twitter. And send me a message too. Let me know what you're thinking. I don't mind at all. And as I say, let's have some fun and make money too. Because we are about money as well. That's what we're here for. Okay, so. But of course, the Motley Fool, being who they are, right after saying all these good things about Dogecoin, where will Dogecoin go from here? And the writer says, I have to be honest, Dogecoin is among the meme tokens I continue to have very little confidence in when it comes to the direction of its price movement over most time frames. So that's the Motley Fool. They can't help themselves. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is about to ignite Dogecoin price bull run. So is now the time to buy? Well, it's still 10 cents. Last week it was 9 cents. For those who are waiting, pretty soon it's going to be 11 cents. And you're be saying, oh, I should have bought when it was 10 cents. That's going to happen. It happens every time. And yet we were buying in the low 9s. And some of you, like I said, even got some in the 8s. last week. Sweet. As Crypto Casey says, sweet. But this is coming. And you can just feel it building. You can just feel it building. Now, does that mean there's not going to be another dip down? There could be. It's crypto, right? It's crypto trading. Like I said, on the Bitcoin chart, those exchanges and market makers are going to be sniping some of those long leverage trades. They know what those liquidation points are. So there will be some of that. And they'll do it at a time when there's low volume, like in the middle of the night, Saturday night. You're going to wake up Sunday morning and there's going to be prices down. And you know why? It's going to be exactly that. It's going to be sniping those long liquidations. So that's coming. Meanwhile, Elon Musk teases Dogecoin as payment option on X after Brazil's platform restrictions. What is this? Payment on X? Well, it just means that. He said this on X. We called this last week because they had frozen Starlink's bank accounts, country of Brazil, despite Starlink being a separate company from X. Different shareholders having broken no laws, given no warning. Sir Dogecoin said, hey, Dogecoin fixes this. And Elon said, you make a good point, right? In the end, they ended up paying a $3 million fine today to the country of Brazil. So it was extortion. That's all it was. Paid the fine. Bank accounts are unfrozen. But should you have to go through that in the first place? Oh. Should you have to go through that in the first place? So meanwhile, what are the charts looking like? Well, here's our good friend, Trader Allen, the Doge RSI breakout. Here we are. Price has been in a downward trend. So has the RSI. And when the RSI breaks out, that is a great sign that price is going to follow. That's what we've got. Price is going to follow. And I look at the Dogecoin chart and I go on the 1 day. He had on the 3 day. I look at the 1 day chart and here's the RSI, which since July has been in this downward trend. And here we are breaking out of it right here on the daily. So we've got a 3 day chart breakout. We've got a daily breakout. That's the sign of big things to come. The golden cross on the weekly is not quite there yet. Let me see if I can bring that up again, because I know that is coming. Let me get the indicators. And that moving average is 50. Okay. And this is the weekly. This isn't the daily, it's the weekly. Yeah, see, it's still floating up here. The blue and the white. So not happening quite yet. That's because the price has been low. Once the price comes back up above 12 cents, then we're going to have that golden cross. Oh, you're saying golden cross on the RSI. Yes. I'm talking about the price. The big one is the price. Golden cross. That is coming still. So we'll be watching that. Meanwhile, Dogecoin has bounced off our sloping, what used to be a resistance line, and now looks like could be a new sloping support line. And that is our wedge. That's right. We go to the hourly chart. And we got this wedge here that we've been following for months. And now here we are. We finally broken above it. This morning, hit it, bounced off, and then broke through, came up above, up to about 10.8 cents, came down and retested it as support. Let me zoom in on that. Came back and tested on support and is now moving back up. That's classic. That's a classic move right there. Over a key resistance line, now looking like support. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's what we've got. Again, Bitcoin at 59.8. We'll see whether Bitcoin can get above 60K. See if it makes another run at that during the live stream. That'd be exciting. Get Bitcoin to cruise up above 60K. That'll be awesome. So how's everybody doing? What's going on? Let me catch up in the chat, and then we'll get into our AMA stuff. But first, I know a lot of you have been chatting. Let me see what's going on. It's Kriss time. Yes, Ryan, here. Happy Friday, Whiskey. Hi, Vincent. Matt, to calculate our original investment amount, wouldn't we subtract our total return from our account value? Yes, you could do that. But like I said before, if you have a spreadsheet like I do, you always know what your original investment is because it's on your spreadsheet. I know my original investment for the CRISPAX DCA portfolio in Jasmy was $510 because it's on my spreadsheet. I know for Dogecoin, we spent $4,600 out of our $10,000 we spent on Doge. So it's all on the spreadsheet. So you always know what that number is. On Bitcoin, we spent $887 on Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin's price now? Let's call it 60K, right? So that means our Bitcoin on the spreadsheet here, because I have this all set up in the spreadsheet, that 887 is now worth $1,964. That's profit of $1,077 just on Bitcoin alone. Because our average price is 27,000. So that's up 120%. Because a year ago, we were buying Bitcoin. Actually, a year ago, it was about 25, 26. That's why I use spreadsheets. And I know some of you are just like, that's old school. But it's like, you got to keep track somehow of all your crypto purchases. And it just makes doing your taxes as well as understanding what your profit is on each individual coin or token. It's all right there. So that's what I do. Highly recommended. Pain in the ass to set up. But once it's set up, it's so easy to use. Have a good break. We will pause the Doge price for you. No, Jeffrey, don't pause it. Let it go up. Let it go up. Happy Friday, Joe. Prices always seem to dip when you're on vacation. Well, yeah. That could happen. Doge is going to go to 50 cents next week. I'll take that. I would gladly be on vacation and let that happen. Hey, low boy, my son lives in Orlando. He said the weather's terrible, lots of rain and storms every day. Yeah, but that's this week. Next week, it's looking like it's going to be sunny. Next week. Orlando rain is fun. Hello, everyone. Hey, Francesco. When you go to Universal, go to City Walk, go behind the Hard Rock. And there you will see a piece of the Berlin Wall. Really? Huh. We will be at City Walk on Monday night. And then we're going into the parks on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's our plan. That's our plan. I'm going to get rid of that. Takes over 3,000 more Dogecoin up yesterday. Average cost getting lower. Hey, Ross. Oh, there you picked up more than 3,000 Doge. But your average down a little bit. If Bitcoin and Doge don't run at the same time, think about selling Doge profits and rolling some over into Bitcoin if it hasn't already run yet. That's not a bad strategy. Because what happens on the backside is Dogecoin typically takes a bigger dip than Bitcoin. And if you time that right, it's probably an all right move. Considering the risk profile, is it better to have 50K in Doge or Bitcoin? Well, it depends on what your risk profile is. If you want to be a little more safe, why not put half in Doge and half in Bitcoin? Then you're exposed to both. You've got some which is a little riskier, like Doge. Bitcoin is still a cryptocurrency, still riskier than most stocks. But if you want to be in crypto, maybe you do halves. Or maybe you do what Matt's saying is put it in Doge now, and then when Doge goes on a big spike, and then flip it over to Bitcoin. Because here's what's going to happen. We go to the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, which is this. Oh, it just dipped below 18 again. But earlier it was up 18 and a half. But we go to the daily here and we see that this is my target, is this yellow line, which is at 30. This is my target. On the Doge, this is the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, okay? Back at the end of March, early April, Doge had spiked up at a higher percentage than Bitcoin. It was up at this 0.00030. Since then, on the dips, Dogecoin has dipped at a higher percentage than Bitcoin has, leading for the Doge BTC pair to go down, 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 down. But now, look what's happening. It's turning back around. Doge has outperformed Bitcoin since the end of August. I expect this to continue up. Now, it's going to be a bumpy ride going up. It's not just going to be a straight shot until Doge does something crazy, which we saw end of February and then again end of March. Once one of these big things happens, that's the time you might want to think about switching over to Bitcoin. But right now, we are just above the cycle lows in the Doge Bitcoin trading pair. So if you're thinking about Doge versus BTC, I'm buying Doge right now because Doge is going to outperform Bitcoin over the next 5 to 6 months. That's what I think. And then next spring, after Doge has gone on some big runs, let's hope that does happen. Then you flip it over to Bitcoin and you'll end up with more Bitcoin than you would have had if you had just bought Bitcoin now. So that's what I see happening. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But right now we're enjoying Dogecoin bouncing off a new support line and seeing whether that holds. Hey, Roz, I know you're not talking extensively about your take profit plan yet, but would you say that around 50 cents, most likely going to be a place to get off the train and mitigate risk? So we'll get into that more, probably come October time. But I would say I'm not getting off the train completely. You take some off the table, right? You take some profit, but you keep some in the game in case it keeps going higher. 50 cents is probably not a bad target price. But then how would you feel if you sold all your Doge and the price kept going up to 75 cents and maybe to $1? And you don't have any more Doge because you sold it all at 50 cents. Again, not bad taking profits, but you don't have to take it all. You can keep some in the game. That's all I'm saying. And those are the kinds of strategies we're going to be talking about next month. Hi, Alex. Jeffrey thinks on the CME gap, Bitcoin could drop back to like a 54K for one last swing down. I would only see that if there was some like horrible news event or something that opened the door for a big dip like that. Again, we saw it in, well, I have it marked here, right? We saw it with the Japanese economy, that carryover trade thing that caused that big dip to happen in August. And we had this July 4th dip. We had the April dip. That April one was when Iran was sending missiles toward Israel. Remember that? That was that one. So that's the time that they go hunting for those big leverage, those gaps. But right now, since this last dip down to 52.7, beginning of September, it's been up. And we're trying to get over 60K here. We're at 59,999 as we speak on Bitcoin, trying to get over 60K during the Kriss Pax live stream. Come on, let's do it. Yes, and Trump also retweeted Elon's Doge department tweet, which I thought was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Trump hanging out on X, reposting Elon tweets. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. Out of all the altcoins, you're only interested in Doge. Hey, Bitcoin and Doge, that's all you need. At the end of this cycle, that may be all I own, although I still think I'll probably hold some SUI as well. I'm going to hold on to that one because I think SUI has a great chance of becoming a top 10 crypto. And I'm not going to miss the entire boat on that. But all those other cryptos I have, I'm selling. I'm selling. Hopefully the top of the bull market. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but that's one of the things we're going to start talking about in October is layering out, taking profits, and I'll keep some Bitcoin and some Doge and maybe some SUI, and everything else will be sold. Even my precious Jasmy. I'm so up on my Jasmy. I wanted to go up a lot more, and I'm going to sell it all and just take the profit. Proxy missed a few days. Welcome back. Don't forget to hit the like, everybody. Appreciate the support. Hit the like, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Make sure all your notifications are on for when I go live again. Could be a week from Saturday. We'll see. We'll see when I have time and what's going on once I get back. I'm going to be really busy. Take a week off, and it's like I got a lot of catching up to do. But and cheers, of course, too. It's a Friday. Cheers, everybody. We're watching the Bitcoin chart right now to see whether Bitcoin can get over 60K. We're really close. We're right there. We're right there. The fear of investing in crypto never ends. That's why Kriss keeps us updated. I look at the news that I think is relevant. Some of it might be a little bit off, but I try and give it a context, like of what's going on the bigger picture, and kind of try and manage some expectations. Some of you guys are like, everything's going to drop, everything's going to zero, or it's going to be like $10 Dogecoin next week. And I'm just like, let's manage those expectations, right? Let's bracket that just a little bit more. Switch, how are you? What remaining catalysts are there to help Doge? We've had the halving. Well, the halving was never a catalyst short term. The halving is a long-term catalyst, which Bitcoin is now starting to get back into. Elon does have an effect. It's just not, it's not as big this cycle, in my opinion, because we want to see more than hopium and funny tweets. We want to see actual utility. Like, what are you doing with Doge? Are you going to have Doge for payments? On X for Tesla cars, what is that? Because last cycle, we had all the funny tweets and the Saturday Night Live appearance and all of that. Now we want to see the real thing. Let's make Dogecoin a world currency, the people's currency. Let's see it actually happen. That's what people want to see this time. So yeah, this whole Department of Government Efficiency Doge thing, it is kind of funny. It gets the name Doge out there. That's not going to move the market this cycle. It isn't. And we've seen a number of cryptocurrencies that used to be in the top 10 falling down, like Polkadot, for instance. Probably still a decent project, but not many people are using it. So it's falling back, right? And new ones come up that are being used, like Toncoin on Telegram. So that's the cycle of crypto. For Dogecoin to remain relevant, it needs more than a good community and funny memes. It just will need a little bit more, particularly this coming bull run we see coming up. That's what I'm waiting for. Inverse head and shoulders on the Doge. Yep. That was on a chart that I showed this morning on the video, I think, where the inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, we're there. Let's go. I think we closed that right shoulder, and now it's just takeoff time. The timing isn't right calendar-wise, thinking that it should be October, but next week could be a little spicy with the FOMC meeting. So we'll see. Exactly, Proxy. The halving wasn't a flop. Coming months should be good. Exactly. And again, I was talking about this back in February, that the Bitcoin halving was going to happen and crypto would settle and probably go down in the coming month. And that did happen. It just continued to go down throughout the summer, which I didn't predict. I didn't predict that. But I knew it would go down after the halving. And you can go back and you can see on my live streams and videos from last February, that's exactly what I said. I like Doge because it's been in the top 10 coins for most of its existence. That's true, Frank. It has, and it's still around. It's like that meme, right? Like, I'm still here. I'm still here. Not going anywhere. What's my X account? My X account is at ChrissPax. At ChrissPax, right there. Follow me on X. We're having fun. I'll be posting some fun pictures from Orlando next week, and that will be on X Twitter. So join me there. Missing you already. I'll try to survive. Thanks, KB. Appreciate it. Crypto's making progress in the investment world. Acceptance by governments will make it skyrocket. Invest and be patient. Don't expect overnight fortune. That's a good sound approach, Frank. Still risky. It's crypto after all, but you're at the office, CDM, Casual Friday. Cheers. Lord Drip was waiting for Doge to drop back under 10 cents this weekend, pick up some more. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Hey, Charles. Hey, Jay. They're eating the Doge. They're eating the cats. Oh, yeah. More dog memes. What do you think about Kevin's most recent post? He seems to have changed his mind on Doge eventually reaching $1. I didn't see that. See what he's got. Here, I'll make one statement on all these debates happening on X. Dogecoin is never going to $36, $30, or $2,500, or whatever outrageous price you see. No matter how you want to slice and dice it, those are the facts. Consider yourself lucky if you see all-time highs again. Consider yourself insanely lucky if you ever see $1 to $2 prices. That's reality. Please try to live in it for the sake of the noobs out there who believe these crazy people. No reason to contribute to people getting hurt financially by giving out insane, false hopes and dreams. I've been saying almost the same exact thing here. I do show when others make predictions, but those aren't my predictions. I'm not saying $5 or $10 Dogecoin, right? Maybe in the future, maybe in 4 or 5 more years or 10 years out, Doge could probably do that. But this cycle, yeah, I think that's unrealistic. And what he's saying here is actually correct. I mean, if Dogecoin eclipses 73 cents, its previous all-time high, yes, consider us lucky. You're right. I mean, he's right. Consider yourself lucky as we're sitting here in September at 10 cents. That's a big push to get to 73 cents. If it gets to $1, awesome. Insanely lucky. Yes. But if you constantly say Doge is going to $5, guaranteed, confirmed, without a doubt, it's like, come on. Come on. Joel says, I'm selling 60% at a couple cents before the all-time high. At the all-time high, maybe another 20% and leave the rest for maybe $1. Kevin says, I will be scaling out before that, even if we get to that point. Interesting. So Kevin is going to be scaling. Again, that's one of the things we're going to be talking about. But he's going to be completely out before Doge gets into the 70s. Interesting. Well, that's his strategy. But yeah, but this is a pretty reasonable post, I think, by Kev. Come on, Bitcoin, 60K. Let's do it. Let's do it. I have spreadsheets, but my Dogecoin I'm not fully caught up on. Yeah, and you're just going to have to, do the math and figure out something that's close enough from that Doge you had bought before. Do the best you can. Stop the chop. I like that, Joshua. Yeah, stop the chop. Let's just go up. It's close, CDM. Yeah, we're close. Doge designer post, while many crypto projects chase gains, Dogecoin's purpose is to be a simple means of exchange for everyday people. Sheebs around the world putting Doge to real use. That's it right there. And that's what we want to see. Doge can go to $1 and then just hang out at $1. That'd be fine by me. People are still going to trade it though. And it's still going to go up and it's still going to go down. But the more it's actually used as a currency and it's just trading hands as a means of exchange versus buying and selling, that should help stabilize Doge. But it would be after a big run when that would happen. What do you think the reaction will be to the rate cut next week? A rally or a sell-off? It's going to be both, Davian. That's what I think. It's going to be both, which is what's on my chart. Oh, I got to go out to the daily or the hourly, I mean, right? It's going to be this. You're going to get both. You're going to get a rally and you're going to get a dump. And maybe it's the opposite of this. Maybe it'll dump first and then rally, but it's going to do something like that. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to do both. Look at that chart on the hourly for Bitcoin. That's a beautiful chart right there. Let's go. What do I think about the authorization from Kamala's administration for Ukraine to attack deeper into Russia? Bad. Putin said that if they get involved, he will act accordingly. Elon is worried, and so am I. So this is the Democrats' neocon plan to extend the conflict. Also, during wars, whenever there's a presidential election, there tends not to be a change in the administration. Maybe the Democrats see this as a way to get Kamala to win. I don't know. But it's not good. I'm with Trump on this one. I just want the war to end. I want it to end. No more people getting killed. Just end it. I don't care how. You're going to keep some Jasmine in your wallet just in case? I thought about that, but I was like, well, then I got to keep a little bit of this, and then I got to keep a little bit of that. And I'm like, ugh. We'll see. We'll see. You make a good point, Adam. Maybe keep a little Jasmine as well. Hit the like button. Good afternoon, Serena. I know some states are in the process of being ready for X. How long from today would it take for the payments to be activated and going? Oh, gosh. Well, Elon certainly didn't get it right. And he's the one who's like in charge of everything. And we're already beyond his schedule. If X payments is live and going by the end of the year, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised. Do we think Doge will hit 50 cents by next summer? My target is really 60 cents. All depends. When's that catalyst going to hit? Because as I've said, if Dogecoin just follows Bitcoin, Bitcoin doubles in price from here, from 60K to 120K, which would be a big deal. Is Doge only going to be like 22 cents or 25 cents? Because that's all it would be if it just follows Bitcoin. That's all it would be. I don't know. I mean, 25-cent Dogecoin does give me a decent profit, but kind of expect more. I expect more. This cycle, I expect more. The Doge meme head can be found as an emoticon from the US to Europe. Yep, it is globally recognizable, which is why, again, when FOMO kicks in, people will be buying Doge, and the Doge price is going to take off. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it. Definitely a better week than any others we had recently. Let's rock it from here. I mean, look at this Bitcoin chart that you see on the screen right now. It's beautiful. I love it. Let's go. Trying to break 60K. Come on. We'll flip back to Doge in just a little bit, but we want to see this. We want to see this break right here. Zoom back into the 15-minute here. Look at that. That is heavy, heavy resistance at 60K. Look at that. Heavy, heavy resistance. Can't quite get there. Hey, low roller, how are you? Okay, we're entering our AMA time because low roller is here. He always kicks us off with off crypto topics. Off crypto topics. So, football, Tua. Two things to say about it. One, that was awesome of him and his agent to get that huge contract in the offseason. Huge. I don't know how much of that money is guaranteed, but I imagine it's a lot of it. Tua may never play football again. Second, on the injury. For those who don't know, he's concussion again, and he's had a series of concussions over the past few years. Why didn't he slide? Quarterbacks are allowed to slide to avoid getting hit. He already had the first down, from what I could tell. He didn't need to go head first. And it's kind of ironic that it happened to be the Buffalo Bill defender, Hamlin, whatever his name is, the one who had the heart attack a couple years ago. But he went head first into the guy. So Tua's head hit Hamlin's leg, and then he hit the ground, and it was clear from the replay that I saw that he was like out of it. He should not play football again. If he wants to have a life, the remainder of his life, for him to be like cognizant of what's going on around him, because there are many, many reports of ex-football players who had many concussions that by the time they're like 50 years old, they have no idea what's going on around them because their brain is so damaged. Hey, good for him for sticking around enough to get the money. He's got the money. He should just step away, retire, take whatever's guaranteed from Miami, and call it a day. That's what he should do. If he comes back, I mean, his advisors should just be all over him to like stop. Plus, I'm a New England Patriots fan, and I want to see Miami lose some games, have their Skylar Thompson as their quarterback, and so they lose a lot of games. A few more wins for the Patriots. I don't laugh at the injury, though. Just the irony of the situation. That's what I think. Anyway. Where are you, FOMO? I know, Jay. It's not time yet. It's not FOMO time yet. Look at that, 60,000. Exactly, Bitcoin at $60,000. Look at that, right there. Come on, nudge up there, break through. Wow, it's holding there. Come on. Is $2 Dogecoin possible? Well, sure. It's possible. If X is integrated, or if Dogecoin is integrated onto X and has been being used by 500 million people for peer-to-peer payments and all of that, it's like, shoo. Yeah, the price of Dogecoin will go crazy. Is that expected? No, not expected. The Robinhood owner will be smiling. Yes, Vlad will be very happy because you go onto the Robinhood app and you can only trade like 10 different cryptos, and Doge is one of them. And outside of Bitcoin, Doge is probably the only other one that anybody's ever heard of. They don't know what Aave is, right? Aave is a great buy, right? Crypto's doing great this year, but you look at it and you're like, I don't know what that is. Maybe there'll be some more Litecoin pump as well, right? Because Litecoin tends to pump pretty well in those FOMO times because people see it, right? They see Bitcoin cost $60,000, but I can get Litecoin for $60. So I'll get some Litecoin. But then you've got Doge at 10 cents. They say, I get a lot more Doge. I'll buy Doge. They look at Shiba. It's like, what the heck is that? All those zeros? I'm not going to buy any of that. That looks like a scam. So they settle on Doge. Is it Robinhood awesome? George said Bitcoin can go up 30% in 1 month. It can, and it has. Right? If Bitcoin goes from 60K to 80K, sure, we could see that. We could see that in October. That wouldn't surprise me, some big move like that. That would be a 30% move. It could do it. It's done it every past 4-year cycle. Wouldn't surprise me. Hey, Zippy. He threw 3 interceptions before then, one a pick 6. He should retire. I know, Ryan. It's time. The comments on Kev's post are valuable. He talks more in depth about what he said. For instance, he says if BTC goes to 100K, then the target for Doge is 3.2. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Doge will not go to $3 because Bitcoin hits 100K. Doge will go to $3 if there's a catalyst for Doge that gets Doge to pump. Otherwise, Dogecoin is only going to be following Bitcoin, maybe do a little better, but not 3 times. Hey, there we go. Look at that. That's what we were waiting for right there. We were waiting and waiting and waiting. And look at that. Bitcoin just pushed up over that $60,000 resistance. Did you see that? That's why I was sitting on this chart. Sometimes you just know something's going to happen. Now, will it hold? Will it hold? That was a nice move. That was sweet. Love it when things play out like you think they will. Absolutely love it. Again, I'm not a trader, right? I don't swing trade, day trade, or do anything like that, right? I buy the dips, buy and hold, right? That's my risk tolerance. I mean, a lot of crypto I own, which is pretty risky anyway, right? It's risky anyway, but I love it when you see the charts playing out exactly like you think it's going to happen. Absolutely love it. What's Doge doing? Doge is just hanging. Doge not doing a lot. Let's go Doge. Watching the Bitcoin chart with the 1 minute ticker. What does that look like? What does that look like? 1 minute. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we got Bitcoin on the 1 minute. Oh, no, it's not going to hold. Come on. Come on, Biddy, stay up there. Wow, when it pushed through, look at that. It just spiked up to 60,300. Feel bad. A lot of people lost money investing to sports cards. There's always a risk, right? You never know. You never know who's going to make it and who isn't, right? I mean, who knew Tom Brady, 6th round draft choice, was going to end up being the GOAT, right? The best quarterback of all time. Who knew? Some people probably bought some Tom Brady sports cards from that first year when he wasn't even playing. We need to scope out new retailers who will accept Doge. New Catalyst will pump Doge like no other. There's a lot of people out there doing it. They're trying to spread the word of Doge to new retailers. It's tough. It's tough. There's still a lot of retailers who just don't want to accept the risk of cryptocurrencies. And it's going to take something like Elon, like putting it as a payment system on X. Then you're going to see the retailers go, oh, okay. Then we're going to see it. The Doge Core. What would we need to wait now in this stage to see things happen? That's what we call catalysts, and that's what catalysts are all about, right? What's going to be the big thing that's going to spark the price of Doge? And it's got to be more than just a funny Elon tweet. That's what we're waiting for. Michael Saylor said Bitcoin will hit $13 million. Yeah, that's just crazy talk. Crazy talk. All crazy talk. Ethereum Classic is popular on Robinhood. $200? I think it's going to be lucky to get to $100 this cycle. It's having a hard time at 20 bucks. It's like $20 now, right? It's below, if I recall. Let's see, Ethereum Classic, 1875. Yeah. Got a long ways to go. The NFL is going to try and push for 20 games. Yeah, we're up to 17 now. Knock out another preseason game. I can see 18 games, right? Adding one more. Going through a lot right now. I really need this to go up. It's my last hope. Well, Subway, I hope it's not. I hope you're not relying on it that much in your life. But I know there are some people who do. But that's not healthy. Yeah, BTC breaking 60K. Look at that. It almost came back and retested it exactly. And then moved back up. This is a 1 minute chart. We'll watch it on Bitcoin. Look at Doge, 1074 coming up. That's high of the day. It just happened right here, 1075. Mike Tyson just said he's voting for Trump. Well, that'll do it. Trump's definitely going to win now. Trump's definitely going to win now because Mike Tyson just endorsed him. That's what we've been waiting for. Who's going to win the fight come in November between Tyson and Paul? Who's going to win the fight? That's the retest. Yep, that was it. It might come down and do it again. Again, we're looking on a 1 minute. Low roller says Tyson should knock out Jake Paul. That's going to be an exciting fight, no doubt. I mean, Jake Paul he's fought some good boxers, I guess, but no one who can hit like Tyson, even at Tyson's age. And you know Tyson's training. You know he's training for this. I mean, the payout is going to be huge, right? He's going to make millions of dollars. But that'll be it. It's probably going to be a pay-per-view thing. I'm not going to pay-per-view a boxing match, but I'll watch highlights. Hey, Curtis, how are you? My son's teacher asked their class to make a financial goal for 2025, how much they could make and save. The teacher shamed my son and said he had an unrealistic goal when he said 100K. I love it. That's awesome. All right. Hey, you got to dream big, right? You got to dream big. I love it. Prost. Prost. Somebody must have had a sell order on Bitcoin for 60K. We can see what the liquidations look like right now. They're all red. You look at that. 60,093 got taken out. 64.54 on HTX got taken out. 62.81, 100,000 taken out. Yep. They're getting some 100,000, but no million ones yet. They got to go up a little higher to get the next $1 million shorts. The retail will be back when Bitcoin goes up to 100K. You know, that's right. It's going to be all over the news. When Bitcoin starts getting close to 100K, it's going to be all over the news. And then you're going to get all kinds of people coming in and start buying. Absolutely. The same will be with Dogecoin at $1. Same thing will happen. It's going to be all over the news. Why do you think it's unlikely that Elon will implement Doge on X payments? To completely integrate Dogecoin within X for X payments isn't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But if anybody can do it, it would be Elon, right? He would have his engineers say, do this, and they'll figure it out. They got to deal with security of wallets and all kinds of things. And it's tougher to secure crypto than it is like fiat cash money on the platform. So, because you're dealing with all these individual wallets then. That's why I think it'd be hard coming up with a whole wallet system for 100 million people. So that'd be the only true way to do it without going through like a BitPay, some third party. And then there's additional fees and all that. It'll cost too much. And it wouldn't be a true cryptocurrency peer-to-peer payment, which is what we expect. But on X, if I want to send you 100 Doge for something, I should be able to do it. But it's not going to be easy. So that's That's what they would have to figure out. Is there something already in the works on that? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, what the regulations are around that. The money transmitter licenses they're getting now for the United States is only for cash. Some states, like Rhode Island, it's a dual cash and crypto transmitter license. But from what I understand, they haven't applied in other states for digital money transmitter licenses, which they would have to get specially. So that's another round of applications that would need to be made. Now, if Trump wins the presidency, right, and Elon starts the Department of Government Efficiency, maybe he can move things along a little quicker. Hey, Frank, I heard Trump mention one of his rallies. He plans to make America a leader in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Yep. Yeah. Trump met with the leaders of, or the CEOs of the leading Bitcoin mining companies. And they explained to him what Bitcoin mining is about, how it works, what their businesses are about, and what Bitcoin is about. And Trump learned there what's going on. And he was like, we need to keep this in America. And when he came out after that, he said, we want all the remaining Bitcoin to be made here in the United States. So he is going to support Bitcoin mining companies and Bitcoin itself. That's what he said. I don't like Jake Paul, but he will beat Mike Tyson. I'm kind of thinking Tyson's going to win right now. There's somebody who has predicted every election of the past 10 presidents, and he's predicting Harris. He can be wrong once. It could happen. I'm not saying it will or won't. The prospect that the Democratic Party is potentially trying to trigger a war with Russia so they can stay in power is really scary. That's true. But it's politics. Politics is a dirty, nasty business. And they don't care if people get killed. They don't care. Till war doesn't stop, market can't be seen as something cool. I don't know. The Tyson fights will be on Netflix. Interesting. Taylor Swift. No, that's not going to help Trump. Swift has already endorsed Harris, so Kelsey's probably going to support Taylor, would be my guess. The 1 minute chart makes it interesting. I know. We only got one big candle there, that one big push. And now they're just little candles on the minute chart. See what Doge's minute chart looks like. I mean, 10.75 isn't bad price to be consolidating around. But on a minute chart, you expect a little more movement up and down. But Bitcoin's holding nicely above 60K so far on the minute chart. We're going to be selling someday. Not today. Not today. Elon needs to do worldwide X payments for Doge. Yeah. And I think that would be a lot easier to do than fiat money because you don't have to worry about exchanging like one currency for another, whatever the exchange rate is between the ruble and the dollar or the euro, right? Because one Doge equals one Doge, right? Doesn't matter where you are in the world. One Doge equals one Doge. It solves the whole currency exchange thing. that exchange rate between different currencies. There we are. It's all Doge. Yeah, it just makes perfect sense. He should just use Doge. But maybe he thinks it's going to be too difficult. It's difficult enough to get fiat going on there as X payments. So crypto would just make it that much harder to get approved. So he'll take the safe route, at least get money going, and then he'll work on digital assets. We'll see. Why wait till 100K, buy now, and then sell at 100K? Well, Teodoro, that's it right there. But that's not how the public thinks outside of our crypto bubble. Because we live in a crypto bubble, right? And there's a lot more people outside of the bubble that aren't even thinking about cryptocurrencies right now. Not even thinking about it. And then, sometime from now, they're going to see a news report about Bitcoin hitting 100K. And then they're going to say, oh, I should go buy some of that. Because they're not thinking about it at 60K. Same thing will happen with Dogecoin at $1. They'll be lined up to buy Doge at $1, but now at 10 cents, not even on their radar screen. There we go. There's the movement we wanted. Look at that. Love the minute chart. We're getting some hopium in the market. Limited hopium. For me, it's been building, slowly building. Thus, if you look at my videos here, you'll see that by the titles, right? Fresh recovery, building more gains, moving up. This was this morning's. If you didn't watch this morning's video, Dogecoin moving up, which it is and still is, right? So that's good movement. It's a start. But you don't see my videos saying Dogecoin to the moon, Dogecoin $10 guaranteed. No. Try and keep it real. Little fake out on the minute chart there for Bitcoin. We got Elon. Any computer hacking going to be done? Elon defenses will gear it up. Yep. That's all right. To keep the stream up and we'll be at 74K. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Mars. Yeah, better late than never, right? What's on your mind? We're in the AMA time now. We've already talked about the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. We talked about Tua Tagovailoa and Miami Dolphins. And we talked about the Russia-Ukraine war. That's what we covered so far. What's on your mind? It's AMA time. We're also watching Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart because we were watching it try to break 60K, which it finally did. And now we're seeing if it stays above it. Well, Doge is at 10.75, still going sideways on the 1 minute chart. Big spike on BTC, a $100 million buy. That's a lot of Doge. That would have been a lot of Doge. Instead, they bought Biddy. Oh, well. Dogecoin's still outperforming Bitcoin, though. Although the Doge BTC pair on the 1 minute is probably going down. Yeah, it doesn't move that much. Yeah, down a little bit. What else is going on in crypto? Oh, Rose is moving up. Back over 6 cents for Oasis. That's good to see. Pepe. Just about to get up to 8. 0.00008. Link is moving up. 1150, it just hit. IMX moving up. What else big? Any other big moves? Not really. Not on my chart. Doge. XRP. The stable coin. 57 cents. It's slowly moving up today. Again, there's a 1-minute chart. 57 cents. Somebody's been posting. I think it's a Steph Crypto, right? Steph Crypto at Steph. Have you seen these? Have you seen this guy? Steph is Crypto. He does these XRP posts. So this is for you, Frank. Steph is Crypto. I mean, the guy is not kidding, right? This isn't a joke. It's not a joke. XRP to $40 a coin guaranteed. $40. He's not kidding. He's been posting this again and again and again. XRP to $40. It can't even break 60 cents. And he's like $40 guaranteed. It's like, oh, man. Heard some news it'll be used by banking system. Banks can use it now, but they can do it. They can use it just using the Ripple network. They don't even have to use XRP for these cross-border payments, like what Ripple is set up to do. They don't even need the XRP token to do that. If people just look at it, it's like, nope. Not going to make it. You can pay a Netflix subscription in Doge. I haven't seen that. That'd be cool if you could. Especially once Doge gets up to $1 and you bought it at like 10 cents, then you've got 10 times the buying power. And that Netflix subscription actually ends up being pretty cheap. Look at the crypto bubbles. Yeah. So we were looking at Matic. Looks like Tia's moving up. Popcat still big. Link, Pepe. And here's Doge, 5.5%. That's not bad. But not as big as Paul, what used to be Matic, the Polygon token. Yeah, Sheep, 5.2%. So mostly green. Doing all right. Is China going to buy crypto soon? I don't know what China's going to do. They go back and forth on this. They ban all the mining. They start raiding all the miners and taking the rigs. And then they say it's okay. I have no idea. I know there are a number of Chinese that use VPNs and buy crypto. That is out there. But legally, what the country allows and doesn't allow, I don't know the particulars of it. $10 Doge, a bit ridiculous. If XRP is $40, Dogecoin will be 10. Yeah, that's about right. If that happens, hey, why not, right? Let's have it all go up. Let's have Bitcoin go up to $1 million. Let's have all of crypto just go crazy and we'll all be rich. Let's do that. Okay. We'll all be rich. Let's do that. So glad you got rid of XRP and bought Spell token. Since then, you're up 20% on Spell, and XRP is a stable coin and will go sideways because that's what it does. Ripple will amaze people. I think it's going to amaze people for the wrong reasons, Serena. You're going to see other cryptos completely outperform XRP, and XRP is going to be left behind again, like it was last cycle. XRP will be the agreed crypto by banks. Yeah. Yeah, once you look into it and you see how that happens on the Ripple network, you don't need XRP tokens. Gold putting in new highs. Gold. I haven't looked at the gold chart in a while. Gold 25.77. Oh, it came down a little bit. This is a 1 minute chart. Here's the 1 hour chart looking over the past couple days. Yeah, hit a new all-time high, 25.85. And then this afternoon, it looks like it just sold off just a little bit down to 25.77. But yeah, there it was, new all-time high, 25.85. Happened this afternoon for gold. Peter Schiff is happy about that. Bitcoin will still outperform gold, though. It will still outperform. Here's Doge. This 15-minute chart we're back to. Again, Doge broke out above our sloping resistance line, rechecked it as support a little over an hour ago, and now is moving up. That is a classic move right there. Classic move. When you're looking at support resistance lines, classic move. That shows you that that was real support, particularly when, it tried to hit it there first, failed, came back up, broke above it, comes back, retest, and then moves up higher. Classic move right there. Love it. Let's go. What's my stake on Cardano's future? They keep trying. They keep trying. I think Charles is just, I don't know. It's like he's trying too hard almost to get people to use his beloved Cardano. And from what I hear, it's just not easy to use on the development side. So I don't know. Price-wise, could Cardano go up over $1? Yeah. It's trading at about 36 cents right now. Here's the Cardano chart. But over the past year, while Solana made its huge move, Cardano hardly did anything. Compared to Solana. Of course, Solana did great, but yeah. The entire people around the world are going to be rich when they invest some in crypto. And there are a lot of people in countries that aren't as well off as the United States that have become very rich in their countries by putting a little bit into crypto and reaping rewards, because crypto has pretty much outperformed most other investment opportunities of anything. So there is that. And that is true. XRP is still in the top 10. It is still in the top 10. Silver will pump hard. Yeah, I'm not investing in silver. ETH coming back up. What's ETH at now? 24.54. Oh, look at that. That's a nice move today for ETH. Yeah, ETH was hurting before because of some big leverage trades, huge leverage trades. I called out the one this morning that was like a $9 million ETH leverage trade. Got liquidated. It's just like big leverage trading on ETH. But yeah, that's a nice looking chart there for ETH. What happens when Doge breaks 11 cents? Well, it goes to 12 cents then, right? It'll go to 12, but it's taking its time right here. 1075. True, low roller. Don't be cocky. We know it can drop again. Yeah, right when you start feeling elated, right? Like your portfolio's looking great, then it dumps. Good reminder, because it happens again and again. Have I ever had my IQ tested? No, I haven't. I've never done that. I've always been one that did well in school. Never really had to study that hard. Just one of those things. Common sense, though, I should have gone into something else besides architecture to make a lot of money, because I really didn't in architecture, which is why I'm all invested in crypto now, to make up for all of the money I didn't make in salaries over my career. I'm making it all up now with crypto. Will we be blast off over 11.11? Yeah. Doge will be back up into the teens. Most of ADA is still being staked. True, my ADA is staked. I still own Cardano. Yep, I've got ADA tokens, and they're staked. I don't know what the total staking is. How do I find that? Let's see. Total Cardano ADA tokens staked. See what comes up. As of February 7th, the AI is old. $22 billion Cardano tokens were staked, which was 62%. So 6 months ago, 62% of all ADA tokens were staked. Yep. A lot of Cardano staking pools. Yeah, there you go. Cardanzo. There should be a way where you can give someone a crypto gift card, which gets them to establish a crypto account. For the most part, crypto needs to be purchased on exchanges. There are some like PayPal, right, where you can buy the crypto, but you don't own it. I think on PayPal, you're actually more just investing on the price. You don't actually own the coins, and nor does PayPal actually own the coins, as far as I can tell. But there really isn't a company out there where you can do what you're thinking. Not yet. It'll come. More acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrency, and that could come. True. Most of ADA staked. Yeah, 62%. Yeah, it would be hard to get rid of all the architects. Now, there are AI architects, right, that could design buildings. I mean, they have them now. They have these AI programs where you just put in what you want and they'll spit out designs for you. That exists. But since the building itself right now, at least, right, it's habitable by people and you don't want a mistake to be made. And there are certain codes and, regulations that need to be met. Now you could feed all that into the AI, of course. But in the end, what if something didn't get done right, wasn't designed right, and people died because you had an AI design the building? So that's always going to be out there. How much are the ETH gas fees? I don't know. How much are ETH gas fees? Ethereum gas fees can vary widely from less than 0.0001 to over $100. But what is it now? 6.052 Gwei. Oh, now it says 6.23 Gwei, which says 32 cents. 32 cents. They used to have a graph of that. But that's probably not on Etherscan. I don't know where the graph would be. Last week, the ETH gas fee was less than 10 cents. Let's say ETH gas fee charge. There it is. I knew there was one. Let's look at 1 month. Gas price in Gwei. Yeah, so it looks like on September 8th, we were about 2.8 Gwei. And you said last week it was less than 10 cents. So that's not according to this, right? Because now it's, 5 Gwei, 32 cents. And it doesn't look like it got that low. About 2 point. Now it could have, during that day, it could have spiked up and down, maybe. Because you can't really zoom in anymore on this chart. But, I mean, not as bad as 2021 and 2022. 185 Gwei, 165 Gwei. We had some big spikes up here. 500 Gwei. 500. You remember that day? What day was that? September 17th, 2020. 500 Gwei. I don't know what was going on with ETH at that time, but that's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive. Hey, so that's what we got. Look, Bitcoin broke up through 60K. We'll watch this weekend, see whether 60K holds as support now, or are we going to get some kind of dip? Doge as well, 10.75 on its way up to 11 cents, but will we get a dip back down and retest that support line now? We'll be watching that. I will be on vacation next week, so you'll be a week without Kriss. Just a reminder, that's coming up. But I do hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.